Ukraine downs Russian helicopter with a sea drone in a historic first in modern warfare. Ukraine made a floating FrankenSAM, and it's kind of awesome. Ukraine has once again smashed the military technology playbook, this time with a feat that reads like the script of a Tom Clancy techno thriller. In a historic first, a Ukrainian Magura V5 sea drone armed with repurposed air-to-air missiles shot down a Russian Mi-8 helicopter. Yes, you heard that right. A Ukrainian unmanned surface vehicle, USV, took on armed helicopters. And won. Sort of. Hey friends, Wes here. If you're new to my channel, I served in 2 branches of the US military, have a degree in global security, speak Russian, and if you hate authoritarians as much as I do, feel free to push that subscribe button. So Ukraine knocks down a Russian military helicopter with a drone boat. What's the big deal? Well, until now, Ukrainian USVs have been largely vulnerable to Russian aircraft, operating in an environment, the Black Sea in this case, where Moscow controls the skies. Yet, even in this David and Goliath scenario, Ukraine's uncrewed vessels have managed to slip past Russian defenses to score hits on high-value targets, including warships. The introduction of air defenses on these USVs changes the equation completely. It forces Russian pilots to think twice before swooping in for an easy kill, knowing they could face retaliation from an unassuming floating missile platform. But how did it happen? In the early hours of New Year's Eve, on Crimea's western edge, Ukrainian special operators deployed their maritime marvels. Video footage released by Ukraine's Defense Intelligence, HUR, shows the Magura V5 sea drone slicing through choppy waters at high speed, dodging machine gun fire from 2 circling Russian Mi-8 helicopters. As the night progressed, the drone launched R-73 SeaDragon missiles, Soviet-era air-to-air munitions MacGyvered for maritime use. The result? 1 helicopter obliterated, its debris presumably joining the Russian Navy at the bottom of the Black Sea, while the second limped back to base with its tail between its rotor blades. Russian pilots were heard in intercepted radio transmissions admitting they were caught off guard. One pilot said, quote, "There was an explosion and I was hit. The shot was from the sea. Systems failed after that." I should make a t-shirt with that quote on the front and a picture of a flaming Mi-8 on the back, and then donate the proceeds to Ukraine. The drone boat itself, Magura V5, is a testament to Ukrainian ingenuity in asymmetric warfare. Its quasi-stealth design minimizes radar cross-section, making it harder to detect, while its streamlined hull allows for speeds of up to 42 knots. With an operational range exceeding 500 miles, the V5 is ideal for long-range reconnaissance, mine clearing, and now armed engagement. Equipped with advanced navigation systems and remote control capabilities, the drone operates with a level of precision rivaling manned vessels. Its recent upgrade to carry repurposed air-to-air missiles, dubbed the FrankenSAM configuration, has turned it into a versatile platform, capable of targeting both surface and aerial threats. I have made a video on the FrankenSAM system before. I'll link to it on the end card. But the real hero here might just be the R-73 SeaDragon missile. Originally designed in the 1980s by the Soviet Union, the R-73, NATO reporting name AA-11 Archer, is an infrared-guided air-to-air missile known for its exceptional agility and its range. These late Soviet-era dogfighting missiles are still in active use by both Ukraine and Russia, boasting an air-to-air range of 30 to 40 kilometers. However, when launched from a floating platform like this USV, their surface-to-air range is more modest, probably about half that distance, and limited further by the USV's onboard sensors. Despite these constraints, this do-it-yourself air defense system appears deceptively straightforward and surprisingly effective. Actually, the R-73 was severely underestimated by NATO in the late 1980s. After the German reunification in 1990, many former Warsaw Pact nations found themselves with large stockpiles of these missiles. When the US finally got their hands on one, they were shocked to discover that the R-73 was both far more maneuverable and far more capable in terms of seeker acquisition than the latest US-made AIM-9 Sidewinder. This spurred NATO into developing newer missiles to compete, like the ASRAAM, the IRIS-T, and the AIM-9X. But the SeaDragon variant is a uniquely Ukrainian innovation. Adapting the R-73 for use on sea drones, engineers modified the missile's targeting and launch systems to function effectively from a moving unmanned platform. This adaptation retains the missile's core strength, its heat-seeking guidance, while enabling it to strike airborne threats from the surface of the water. The successful integration of the R-73 into the Magura V5 illustrates Ukraine's knack for reimagining Cold War-era technology for modern unconventional warfare. While helicopters managed to engage USVs in the past, the foundation of Ukraine's innovative concept remains robust. This development could force Russia to rethink its tactical approach. Up until now, unmanned surface vehicles have been at a significant disadvantage against airborne threats, especially given Russia's dominance in the skies over much of the Black Sea. Nevertheless, these drones have proven their ability to evade defenses and deliver critical blows to Russian warships. The inclusion of air defense capabilities on certain USVs, such as the repurposed missiles, elevates their threat level dramatically. Should Russia get the hell out of Ukraine? Tell me in the comments. My personal assistant Loki is always scanning for Russian trolls. Russian helicopters engaged and reportedly destroyed this particular USV, but not before the concept proved itself. If there's one thing that should send shivers down the spines of Russian military planners, it's the realization that their air superiority in the Black Sea is being challenged by what can only be described as a maritime Mad Max contraption. This enhancement not only increases their survivability, but also complicates Russia's ability to effectively neutralize them. As Ukraine continues to refine these technologies, USVs may become even more elusive and challenging adversaries for Russian forces to counter. Russian mill bloggers, who have turned criticism of their own military into a national pastime, widely confirmed the engagement. One popular pro-Moscow Telegram channel lamented the predictable failure of Russian air and naval leadership. Quote, "The tactics of using R-73 with robot boats have been known for months. Response speed to new tech challenges is low." End quote. Ooh, somebody's getting in trouble back in Moscow. Meanwhile, Russia's defense ministry has remained predictably silent on the matter, likely debating whether they can blame this on NATO pigeons or the alignment of Mercury in retrograde. This latest skirmish throws more gasoline on the fire for Ukraine's remarkable transformation from a navy with a handful of patrol boats to a serious maritime contender. Since Russia's 2022 invasion, Ukraine has decimated over a third of the Black Sea fleet, employing everything from NATO-donated Storm Shadow missiles to ingenious homegrown sea drones. The sinking of the Moskva, the Black Sea Fleet's flagship in April of 2022, was just the beginning. While it remains to be seen how widespread the adoption of the FrankenSAM system will be in the water, its mere existence signals another headache for Russia's Black Sea operations. These USVs, previously regarded as little more than sitting ducks for air attacks, are now showing signs of teeth. The cost-to-impact ratio of these vessels has already been impressive, and arming them with even rudimentary air defenses further tilts the scale in Ukraine's favor. Ukraine's naval drones have not only challenged Russian dominance in the Black Sea, but redefined the possibilities of modern combat. Prior to this innovation, Russia helicopters hunting sea drones had little to fear. Now, thanks to their upgraded firepower, these drones have become a nightmare for Moscow's pilots. The December 31st engagement wasn't an isolated event, but part of Ukraine's larger ongoing campaign to degrade Russian military assets. Concurrent drone and missile strikes targeted Crimea and Russian regions like Kursk and Smolensk, with Ukraine maintaining its signature strategy: precision, adaptability, and just a dash of trolling. There has been a lot of firsts in this war. Russia's air superiority is no longer the ironclad advantage it once was around the Black Sea. For Ukrainian forces, the FrankenSAM represents the perfect blend of ingenuity and practicality, part science project, part battlefield disruptor. As the Black Sea Fleet continues to retreat to its safer harbors, one thing is clear: the age of robotic naval warfare has arrived, and Ukraine is steering the ship. In a conflict defined by asymmetry and improvisation, Ukraine's creative use of FrankenSAMs on the land and in the water isn't just a tactical upgrade, it's a message: adapt or become obsolete. As for Russia, they're learning the hard way that hubris makes for a poor life jacket. That's it for today, friends. Subscribing really helps the channel grow. We just blew past 40,000 subscribers in only 4 months. Next stop, 50,000. So, get on this train.
Choo-choo, choo-choo, ha-ha.
And, as always, glory to Ukraine, glory to the heroes. Slava Ukraini.